Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. How we doing? Happy Monday.
Good.
Thank you guys for contributing to our hot tub challenge. How close are we getting? We're at 78%. We're so close. We're doing shout out to Zeth, aka Bloody, for being here. How you doing? Let's go. 0, 3, 4. And thank you, Savage32, for the 15 months. Thank you so much. And welcome new followers. Pedikin, Foregathers, how you doing? We got some news this week. We got some announcements. I'm gonna be appearing on Dreaded GM's 72-hour charity stream this weekend. His channel is streaming from Friday to Sunday for 72 hours straight of D&D, and I'll be appearing Friday morning from 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. Across 2 separate one-shots. And then again, Saturday night at midnight for an 8-hour Wildemount session running till 8 a.m. So,
damn,
tune in for that. I'm super keen about that one, actually. I've been wanting to play Wildemount for a long time, so that's going to be sick. What else is going on?
Nice.
Wishberg, thank you for the bits, my friend. Thanks so much. What else is going on? And then after that, what do we got happening? September 4th, which is a Saturday at 10 a.m. We'll be running a one-shot here on the channel with some guests from the Twitchverse, a lot of whom I'll be playing with this Friday. A prequel one-shot for our next big Eberron campaign that's kicking off in September. So a few of them, including Dreaded GM, Dead Aussie Gamer, AJ from Winter's Tales, and Phoenix Iwaki will be joining us here for a very tragic one-shot. So tune in for that. Saturday, September 4th. I think that's all I've got at the moment. So may as well just kick off the session. I think. Is everybody ready to go?
Let's go.
I'm keen.
Let's do it. All right, sweet as. So, where we last left off, you guys were in the city of Cassomir, searching for the home of Miaknun Mon, which you found after some diplomacy. by Balthus within the market district, and you found the old infirmary in the southern end of town. Choosing not to use the front door at all and doing the logical thing of flying up to the attic window, yeeted Heimlich inside first, who encountered a horrible, aberrant beast, a dark young of Shub Niggurath. Eventually, Heimlich coming close to death, but the other party members arriving in time for Balthus to choke it to death with a new found power, and making your way through the old infirmary, through the lair of Miaknan Mon. And his many alchemical ventures. You moved through an attic full of skins that he seemed to have flayed off people. You found his alchemical lab where you encountered his golem that he had constructed from parts of people as well as mechanical parts. You ventured through many traps and encounters and several copies of Miaknan Mon himself, hollow ones, alchemical creations that he had created from shreds and rags of his own skin. Eventually meeting a friendly and amicable one down on the ground floor who, upon realizing you guys were home invaders, ran for the guards. You guys hid out in the attic for several hours before making your way down, intending to leave the house before being ambushed as Drool fell down onto Heimlich's shoulder, looking up to see an enormous centipede hanging from the roof. Two of them being with, they seem to be saddled and mounted by two Deros who had just fired darts at you guys, one of which had hit Balthus in the neck and poisoned him with some sort of poison. So guys, roll for initiative.
Oh, dang. All right, let's do this.
Old frumpy, braggadocious. They're first.
They are.
Oh, braggadocious actually goes first. Damn.
Alright, these are Centipedes. One of them positioned over the exit, the other one hanging from the center of the room. You guys are basically on the room that is the balcony overlooking the surgery below. So one of them sort of directly over the balcony that's just drooled on Heimlich. The other one sort of on the roof above the threshold. The one directly above you, Heimlich, you see with a cheeky, deviant smirk on his face, and you see he seems to be holding what you could see with your alchemist's eyes, some sort of explosive, which he just with a little he sort of releases it, and it drops from the roof and explodes in the center of the party. Actually, just between two of you, just Balthus and Heimlich.
Uh-oh. Lovely.
Get through my AC of 12 a day.
Oh,
It does. He rolled a he rolled a natural one. If it wasn't an auto miss, it would still be enough to hit you. But so it lands between the two of you and explodes. For what do we got here? Roll reflex saving throws, the both of you. Oh, that one just rolled one dice. All right. You've both passed, so you both just take 3 fire damage from the splash. Seems like the bomb was far inferior to yours, Heimlich.
Oh, absolutely.
But the Centillipede... sort of hangs down from the roof, the front of its body, giving it a reach. A 22 to hit Heimlich. You take 16.
Oof.
Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. I need you to make a fortitude saving throw. This is a poison effect.
Oh, okay. The poison effect.
You get +2 versus poison. There you go. It's in the notes. So 24. That is a pass. You see some, its mandibles leave this green ichor on the wound, but no effect. Aoife, it is your turn.
But it is. Alright, so first off, Aspect of the Tiger. Then I'm going to cast Aspect of the Falcon, which I will ping. There. And then I will not do anything.
Alright. The other Centillipede sort of scuttles down to just above the threshold of the door, as if to sort of pose this threat to anyone trying to run underneath it and escape. And then that's the rider on board throws his own explosive, exploding at the feet of it's sort of landing between Gideon and Aoife.
Wolf shouldn't be there, by the way.
The what? Oh, it shouldn't be there?
Wolf shouldn't be there, yeah.
Okay, cool. Landing between the feet of Gideon and Aoife. Need you both to make reflex saving throws.
Reflex saving throw coming through. Oh, you boy.
Where is
Natural
that?
20 for a 29.
Reflex.
Alright.
Damn.
31.
Oh, screw you.
Alright, Aoife. That was for the splash damage, so I actually only needed it from Gideon because he was throwing the bomb at Aoife. Aoife, a 31 to hit from the direct hit from the bomb, and 15 fire damage.
Yes.
Gideon, a successful saving throw, so you take half damage from the splash, so only 3 fire damage.
Damn. Alright.
The Centillipede, gnashing its mandibles in your direction, Aoife, just making this wild, ticking sound as the mandibles clash together and it lunges at you.
What? What we done with this bit shit?
A 19 to hit.
19 hits.
It's 19 damage from the bite, and I need a fortitude saving throw.
19 damage from the bite and a fortitude.
Just don't fail the fortitude.
Has a 19. Uh-oh.
A 19 is a pass. Same deal, green ichor splashed over the wound, but no effect. Balthus, is your turn.
Everyone's like way too clumped up, right?
What are you thinking?
He wanted to cast Fireball.
Which one's the... Okay, the centipede's obviously closest next to me. I will cast on it Air Geyser.
Ooh.
DC 18. Reflex saving throw.
Wait. You get to go ahead and cast it.
There, fling the opponent upwards if the target fails. If reflex save, of course, the idea is
Oh, the DC on that's wrong. Should be +1.
the bludgeoning the hell of the target upwards.
Okay. Weird interaction because this thing's up on the roof, so it can't be blasted upwards, but it will roll for the damage.
Can be blasted downward.
No, because the geyser goes upwards.
Oh. Yeah, but it acts as if it's traveled up, and then it takes impact when it hits, as if it's fallen that distance.
Alright. Both failed the saving throws.
So it takes 7 damage, and then from the point of impact, it acts as if they've fallen 55 feet.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Roll a... so they'll take bludgeoning damage from being slammed into the ceiling. Roll for me. 5d10.
Oh!
Yeah, there's the reason I took that spell, because it, like, scales like nuts.
Mm.
Alright, the Satilipede and the Rider slam into the ceiling and then fall down to the floor in between, sort of falling down on top of Balthus and Heimlich. I need you both to make reflex saving throws.
Come on, friends. I believe in you.
Alright, Heimlich, you manage to jump to the side. Balthus, you are knocked prone underneath the Satilipede as it falls down on top of you. This big pile of carapace and Darrow and Balthus now just all on top of each other in a dog pile. Heimlich, it's your turn.
So this other one above the observatory for the operation room, is he like above the?
That's the one that just got knocked down. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna yeet fire bombs at the other one. Super. Uninjured, is that the one?
It is. The one above the door is the one I just moved them around, so it's the one on the other side.
Left or right?
Left.
Doesn't really matter. Cool. All right, that's a miss, but it'll be a reflex saving throw from him to see if he gets extra damage. And the next one.
Hang on, hold up.
Fuck. Whoa. Jesus. I think I'm gonna make an alchemist next time I play Pathfinder. I feel like that's probably worth it. ridiculous.
Alright. Second one is a hit.
So that's a direct hit on the Darrow.
Are we aiming for the rider or the centipede?
The rider.
Alright, yes, it is a direct hit on the Darrow.
Cool. He's now on fire as well.
Yeah.
And then, does this count as the centipede taking the splash damage?
It does.
Yeah. Cool. And then I will throw my last bomb at him again. Actually, I'll throw it at the pea this time.
That is a hit on the centipede.
And then obviously the Darrow is going to take splash damage, and then the pede's also on fire.
Darrow passed his saving throw of the splash damage, so he takes half. Gideon, it's your turn.
Is everyone within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
All right. I pull out my sorry. I pull out my extract of haste and I smash it on the ground, so everyone is now affected by haste.
Oh my god, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before, you know
How
how
long for?
before I kept giving you the extract and you were like, yeah, I drink it, and it happens. It was supposed to affect everyone within 30 feet, so I'm doing that. So I've uncorked it and smashed it on the ground, so everyone's affected by haste, and that is the end of my turn because I've had to pull it out and then use it.
I'm going to add a buff once.
There is a haste. There's a haste buff in the compendium.
Oh, there's a haste buff.
Yeah.
Yep. I will use the spell, so cast. So it should have come up. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Sorry. There we go.
Add that right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love little tokens we can get on a character now, Josh.
Oh, the buff ones? So you can see what's
The
active?
buff ones, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, the roll d6 damage for the rider on fire and the centipede Heimlich.
Plus your AC too.
Plus my what's right?
Alright, you see the Darrow Rider open a cork off a vial on his belt, and he downs it. You see this skin taking on a very stony-like appearance in texture.
Dang.
Meanwhile, the centipede rakes its mandibles at Aether again. A 30 to hit Aether. Would be 18 damage. Fortitude saving throw.
18?
An 18. Is a fail.
Oh, we know what the DC is, boys.
Frequency once per round for 6 rounds. Effects 1d3 dex damage. You take 2 dex damage, Aether. You are also dazed.
Oh. Alright. So
And you start
I'm
losing
dazed.
short-term memory. You lose all your memory going back to the beginning of your last turn.
Okay. How do I add the dex damage?
Good
Add a
question.
permanent.
Is it a buff?
On the
Is that a
attributes.
temporary buff?
On your attributes tab, there's a damage column.
Okay.
Ah.
Attributes.
That's
Oh,
cool.
beautiful. Dexterity. 2 damage. Well, not beautiful, but you know.
The Darrow on the ground in front of you, Balthus, stands up. Heimlich, you can make a melee opportunity attack against him if you like.
Oh, I would love to.
Just roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Oh, baby. Strength
Oh, you have a dagger. Never mind.
It's not in my attacks. Good.
Yeah, you didn't add it last week. So I said just roll d20, add your strength modifier.
Oh.
Oh my lord.
+1.
+1. That's a hit.
What is?
That's a hit, because he's prone. That's a hit. Roll d4,
do daggers
d4
do
plus
damage?
1,
Prone, that's a
d4,
hit.
d4 plus 1 damage.
Do daggers crit on 19s?
Oh, good question. Good question.
I think they might.
It does. Roll to
It does,
confirm.
it does.
Roll to confirm.
Roll to
the crit.
confirm! Yeah! We got a critical hit!
You have to roll another 9.
Oh.
Oh.
Just no hit. He takes off
No.
4 damage. And then he
I got all excited
also
then.
pulls a vial from his belt and downs it. His skin taking on a stony appearance. Sorry, barky appearance. Both of them, not even stony.
Oh,
the last
okay.
one. Yeah, barky appearance. My mistake. Balthus, it's your turn.
Ew. If I get up from my prone, I'm gonna take a opportunity attack, aren't I?
You will, yes.
Guess who's casting from the ground? I'm gonna air guys that guy again. Because I can. Unless I think I can try to.
What is the targeting space on Air Geyser?
Let me have a look.
Did you say I was only dazed for 1 round, Josh?
No, your days as long as the poison is effect.
It's just
So I can't take any actions.
it's one creature or object up to large size.
Okay, cool. That's all good. Go for it.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to add my buff to that as well, because it should have +1 to its DC.
I need you to make a concentration check.
Alright, and that is...
Oh, either that or... Well, actually, no, never mind. He takes an opportunity attack.
Oof.
Oh, a 14 to hit, Balthus. That is a hit. You take 5 damage. I need you to make a fortitude saving throw.
5 damage. Oh, come on. Oh, Balthus. No saving throws, you're so strong suit.
Hey, I took Iron Will. My will is now +9.
That is a pass. So it's just the damage. He stabbed you with what appeared to be like, it's a spear that appeared to have some sort of hollow tip filled with the same fluid that seemed to be on the dart that hit you in the neck earlier. But you resist the effects of the poison.
Ooh.
And you can cast the spell now. So he makes a reflex saving throw, DC 18. He got exactly what he needed. He got an 18.
Still takes the damage.
Alright, he takes, what do we got there? 5 damage. Air geyser bursts out of the floor and just sort of singes him a little bit. Gideon, it's your turn. I forgot about his Centillipede.
Oh, that's right.
It's Centillipede. It stands up. And then brings the mandibles directly down. It's sort of like crawling over the top of you, Balthus, now. It lunges downwards, plunging its mandibles at you. A 29 to hit. You take 13 damage. And did you make a fortitude saving throw?
This is when you need to get above 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said above 20.
I tried my best.
Balthus, you take 1 dex damage and you are dazed.
Oof.
How much hit points did you say I took? 13?
It was 13, yeah. Aether, it is your turn. Roll a fortitude saving throw. Try
get
and
my
recover. Oh, did I skip you? Oh, sorry. Never mind. Gideon's turn.
Alright, Gideon is going to run over, seeing Balthus on the floor, struggling under this creature, and give it a stab. As he runs over, he's going to study it. Where is that thing? I'm going to study it, and... Sorry, I'm just looking for what it was called. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to study it, and then I'm going to move into attack. Alright, let's do the attack. Rapier. Studied strike. Single attack. Oh. A 17 to hit.
17 is a miss, unfortunately.
Alright, well, there goes my studied attack. And that is the end of my turn. So run over, stab him. That's
Aether,
it.
fortitude save. As unfortunately 1 less than what it needed to be. You remain dazed. You take further dex damage, just 1.
Rolled higher than a 10 for my fortitude saves. That's good.
That's what you
I
want.
wonder what that is.
Heimlich, it is your turn.
I'm going to throw bombs at the other 2. So first at the Darrow.
You talk about the one engaged with you, yeah? And Balthus?
Yep. Must be, if that's not on fire.
Yeah, that's the one. So, a 27 to hit.
27?
Hits the rider for 27 damage.
Yep. He's on fire too.
And a saving throw from the Centillipede for its splash damage. It fails and takes 11 splash damage.
And then I will follow up with a next bomb attack on the Centillipede.
A
21.
21 is exactly what you needed for 26 damage. And
he's also on fire.
also on fire, and the rider this time rolls a saving throw, fails, and takes 11 splash damage. Aether, is your turn again. Roll a fortitude saving throw.
Come on.
Oh! That 20.
Oh.
The effect of the poison has worn off. Aether, you are no longer dazed.
I still have the dex damage.
The dex damage remains, yeah.
That's a yuckers. I can't do anything for my turn though, or is that?
No,
at the
I
start
would
of my
say
turn?
it's the start of the turn.
Nice. Well, I'm still under the effect of all these spells. So, are we gonna make a full round attack action, or can I only make one attack?
Yeah, you could go full round. Yep.
Boom. Alright. Starting with this guy, working to this guy, we'll see what happens.
Oh shit.
Lord.
Oh my god.
So many
bad
dice.
rolls in
The
there.
amount of
How many
dice.
dice?
So we got a 29 to hit on the first one.
Who are you
13.
aiming for, the rider
fir-
or the Centillipede?
The first one was I think the Solitillipede. The last one's about the rider.
Alright, so first one at Centillipede. Hits.
That was the mini shot.
Hits
The
for
Solitillipede one hits. Nice.
Yeah.
16 damage.
16
26 damage.
Yeah. And the mini
This is the
shot
mini shot.
misses.
Goes on the. And the
Oh, I see. It's
mini
just like
shot
an
is,
extra damage. Yeah,
part
gotcha.
of the part of
Yeah.
the first attack. Yeah,
So
attack
an
roll.
extra 10 as both arrows go into him.
The 13 against the rider.
Is a miss.
The 18 against the rider.
Is a miss.
The 20 against the rider.
Is a miss. The 20
Oh
hits
my
him
God.
and deflects off his bark skin. And the arrow hits the wall and shatters.
All right. That was some atrocious rolls.
The Centillipede looks quite hurt as you're. It's it's on fire. 2 arrows penetrated through its carapace. This green goo, like, sort of just the fire effect, just sort of making green goo boil out of the cracks in its carapace, and it's like squealing. Is the one you just attacks turns. The arrows whiz past him, and he sort of ducks from side to side. Aether.
Roll.
He lunges at you with his injection spear.
Would you like me to roll some damage for this fire?
Oh yeah, roll d6. Oh, how long's the fire last? Is it just one round?
No, it keeps going until it's put out.
Are you sure?
I think. Perhaps I'm not.
Oh yeah, each round until the fire is extinguished.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. So he takes 7 damage.
Why is there a
then-
+5 on it?
It's it is because I believe it adds my intelligence modifier as well.
It doesn't. It's just d6 points of fire damage each round till the fire is extinguished. So he takes
Yep.
the dice roll, which is 2.
Yep.
Roll another one for the Centillipede.
Rough.
1 damage. Alright, he lunges at you with his injection spear, Aether. Oh my lord. What's your AC at the moment, Aether?
18.
18. That is what he got for his critical confirmation.
Oh,
you take 14 damage, and I need a fortitude saving throw.
1/4 damage.
1/4.
14.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, come on. Ah!
I believe in you.
17 is a pass.
Oh my god. 7 on the dice.
But the Centipede in its death throes lunges at you.
It would, too, wouldn't it?
Oh, roll a 3 on the dice. For 17, one lower than your AC, it misses Aether. You duck underneath as the mandibles strike at you. Just sort of, its eyeballs on fire and like starting to pop, and it's just having trouble seeing. Frumpy, the other Darrow,
Umpy.
uses his. Oh yeah, he takes a 5. Looking very bad, both him and his Centipede. Uses his fast mount feature. Climbs aboard his Centipede, and then they both scuttle over the balcony and down towards the surgery. Heimlich, you can make a Pogger's dagger attack if you want.
Bitch is gonna get
What was it? Plus one?
18.
That is a miss. You don't hear it just sort of like clangs off the back of the Centipede's carapace as it goes over the balcony. You see it's now scuttling across the floor of the surgery down below. Gideon, it's your turn.
Alright, Gideon is going to make a full attack action against this creature. Yep, he's going to do that. Rapier, perform attack. He is hasted. And it's going to be... Sorry. Okay, that's it. And because he studied it, it's a +5. +5. +5. Okay, full attack. It's just rolling. I did. Ooh. Yes, it did roll it. Okay, yeah. So we've got a 22, a 17, and a 22. And this is the one that's attacking Balthus.
That one is the one scuttled away, so I assume you moved over to engage the one with
Yeah, I'll run over.
Aether.
Then just take the first attack then. Yeah, sorry, I
Sweet.
misunderstood that.
Against the rider or the Centipede?
Against the Centipede.
The Centipede, that is a 22 is a hit for 6 damage.
6 damage. It should be 6 damage +5, but I'm not sure what's happening with it because it's a studied strike, so I get half of my level added on.
Okay, cool. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure that out now.
11 damage.
Yep.
You plunge your blade into a weak spot in the Centipede's carapace, and it just sort of like rears up, and it just looks like it's on its like very last legs, awaiting a coup de grace.
Dang it.
Balthus, is your turn.
Alright, am I still dazed?
Oh yeah, roll a fortitude saving throw.
Yes.
You are still dazed, and you take 3 dex damage.
Oh.
You see Balthus on the ground, just sort of paralyzed, and just with this slight twitch to him as the poison takes its course. Heimlich, it's your turn.
I use one of my potions. I unbottle it, and then I kind of like just ram it on over Aether, and I do a restoration. So functions the same as Lesser Restoration, except it also dispels temporary negative levels or one permanent negative level. So it'll just remove some of that dex damage.
Right, cast a spell, so it
Nice.
pops in the chat.
Yep. For all you people.
Restoration. Functions like, except it also dispels territory and negative levels or uncommon. Okay. Cures all temporary ability damage. And restores all points permanently drained from a single... So, A-Fire, all your dex damage goes away.
Yeah, but I'm still on the same HP.
Your HP doesn't change.
Do any
Yeah.
healing. Yeah, cool.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay, right. Heimlich. That costs 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust to cast. Just FYI. Just take it out of inventory.
It's 1,000.
No, it's 1,000 if he
Is it 100?
does if he restores the negative level or whatever.
It's the permanent
Yeah,
one.
it's like the extra.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Very nice.
Oh, those are some terrible initiative rolls, lads.
Says you.
Alright. Aether
Well,
and Gideon. The
Uh-oh.
actually, he's gonna double move. He sort of shifts to disengage, the Darrow blocking the door, leaves his Centillipede behind, and jumps over the edge of the balcony to the surgery below. And follows the other one scuttling across the floor. You see the one scuttling across the floor, the Darrow aboard his Centillipede. They move over to one of the stained glass windows down below. You see it seems to be open. And even though the... Oh yeah, fire damage. Good. Yeah, good point. The Centillipede dies. That's why he left it behind, because it has 1 hit point. So Heimlich's fire consumes it,
so
and it collapses to the ground. He jumps over, rolled some damage for him. He takes 5 damage. And you see, yeah, one of these, there's 4 stained glass windows on each of the walls of the surgery below, even though it's below ground level. You see one of them is open, and there's a large cavity inside. It's very dark from where you can see, but you assume it's some sort of tunnel leading downwards. The guy scuttling along the floor in his Centillipede. Roll damage for them as well. Scott. 5 for Centillipede, 2 for the rider. It scuttles forwards up into the hole and then disappears into the darkness below. With the other Darrow running across the surgery behind them. Does anyone speak... Oh, I'm gonna assume no one speaks Darrow. You hear them...
no.
Hold up. No.
You hear him shouting something in the Darrow language as he runs across the floor, like towards the hole. Sounds like he's calling for help. Aphod, is your turn.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Damn, son.
Hey, don't attack bitches.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
won't get attacked back. And it's gonna be a full round attack action, so all of these are against that fellow. The extra ones don't matter. Oh my god. Okay. Does a 31 hit?
It does hit. Oh, also, I forgot. I can pop out the chat log now. Twitch. Chat is back. Chat is back. Chat log is back for the viewers to see. Very small, but there it is. 31.
18 hit?
Wait, what are we looking at? And 18 misses. So the many shot misses.
So the many shot misses.
The 19
the
misses.
19.
The 31
Yeah, that was
hits for 10 damage.
Yeah.
And the 28 hits
And
for
the 28.
15 damage. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you bury 2 arrows in his back as he's running across. He sort of stumbles for a bit, but keeps running, heavily wounded and breathing heavy. Balthus, it is your turn. Roll me Fortitude saving throw.
Let's go.
Balthus, beginning to foam at the mouth.
Jesus.
You take a further 2 dex damage.
Oh shit.
Not good.
What are you down to?
-1.
Wait, what?
I have +3 modifier to dex.
No, not your modifier, your score. Your score.
Oh. 8. No.
It would be 8.
It's 8 now, yeah.
8 or 9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 8. -1 dex, you scared me.
Yeah, I was like, you're dead. So
No. Sorry, I meant modifier. Yeah, -1 modifier.
What happens when you go?
I'm pretty sure 0
Probably
dex
England.
is death. I could be wrong. It's either death or comatose.
I think you just can't move yet. No, that's
Heimlich. it is.
incapable of moving, but is effectively immobile but conscious.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Heimlich, it is your turn.
I cast Cure Serious Wounds on Aether.
You step
My
over.
brother!
You step
What are
over
you
Balthus,
doing?
who's like foaming at the mouth. The QSR.
I mean, I got nothing to help him with. Like, fuck.
Use the thing that you used on me.
I have nothing left.
What are you? What kind of alchemist are you?
I guess can.
Fuck.
Uh, 22
As
HP.
she's
Aether.
being healed for 22
cast the spell. Let's go. Like, it removes the spell use and it automatically rolls the healing. And it can be applied with a button.
Ah.
I'm gonna take that first one.
Yeah, fair enough. But see, in the future, you can just select your token and hit apply for the healing.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Ah, cool.
Gideon, it is your turn.
There's nothing I could do for Balthus, I don't think. I do have Restoration, but that does take 3 rounds to apply.
Wait.
Yep. I use. I start my Restoration Lesser.
Wait, oh, is that casting
gonna take-
3 rounds? Fuck. How?
3 rounds.
What is restoration? Must be the same then.
Yeah,
No.
it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
Restoration
3 rounds.
is 3 rounds, yep.
Oh, well, never mind. Ignore that fucking... I'm still casting Restoration.
Aether would bat you off and put your hands on to Balthus if it would
Divert hands. Lay off hands.
Yeah.
lay off hands. I don't need it.
And he's just. That's why it takes 3 rounds. He's like, no, I've just got to trying to place his hands on you.
Gideon, it's your turn again. So you continue casting.
Yeah, so basically, I presume I'm taking out. I'm like uncorking the vial, just double checking, reading the use by date, just like applying it to his mouth, seeing if there's any effect, then pouring it in again and like just massaging his throat. It's going to be alright. Just take it a bit longer.
Okay, sweet. Heimlich is
So-
doing the same.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the Darrow runs and just like dives down the hole and disappears. Aether, it is your turn. You got effectively the combat is over for the moment. So Gideon and Heimlich, you finish your restorations. Balthus, if no one's got anything to help him with the poison, Balthus, roll Fortitude saving throw.
Can I do a heal check or something here? Because
What do we got? Oh yeah, yeah. Hold up.
So I have anesthetic as well as like one of my perks I picked up.
What does that do?
Let me see if I have it somewhere here. Where would this be located?
But yeah, someone can. What do we got here? Treat poison.
Has anyone got a healer's kit?
Yes, someone can make a heal check to assist Balthus with the poison.
I will most certainly do a heal check.
But you have to. He has to go 1 round without it because you guys are still casting restoration for that round. So Balthus, a 16 is a fail.
Dang.
You take 2 dex damage. And now, someone can roll a heal check.
It's got to be you.
27.
Holy shit. Have you got
27.
22?
Yeah. That is a
17.
success. So, Balthus, roll a fortitude saving throw and you get a +4 bonus to it.
The idea is to roll high. About this. I said roll high. Roll high!
Oh, man. Balthus, you take 3 dex damage.
Alright, and now you get 3 back because I just finished my restoration spell.
Oh, man.
Alright. I help him again.
Roll a heal check, Hybuk.
Can...
Holy
Yeah, how's it 38?
That is it. Balthus, you get +4 again.
Roll high. Yay! There we go.
That'll do it,
23.
Balthus. The poison runs its course, Balthus, and you sort of slowly, over the next minute or so, regain use of your limbs, coming out of the paralyzed state.
I think we should leave.
So the damage goes away?
No, the damage
No.
remains.
I'm opening the door. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this on myself real quick. And twice.
Right. Yes, I think we should leave. We probably can't carry on with Balthus in this condition. Balthus, how are you feeling? You seem to be a lot less dexterous.
Weak and magically
Let's just get the fuck out of here, please.
I'm quite happy with that decision.
I'm like pulling the door open on the dead centipede on the ground, kind of like just dragging it across the floor.
Smacking against its face. Yes, no, you're quite right. I'm sure you don't want to pick up the books that you wanted in here.
We can come back for the books.
Right. Follow your lead then.
Alright, so you guys are leaving?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright, so you flee the house.
Not flee.
I'm fleeing.
No, you're
I do
walking
not
real
want to
slow
be here.
because you're dexterous.
Yeah,
You
I'm
trip
fleeing
up
and
on-
it's like I'm pretending to run in slow motion.
As you do,
You just trip up on everything.
you hear from behind you some sort of distant noise. You realize it's reverberating out of that hole that the Deros fled down, and you hear what sounds like multiple voices getting closer. Sounds like they're
Need to leave faster.
soon to emerge from the hole. You guys flee out the front door and out into the...
With that in mind,
Yes.
can I use the spells that we got from leveling up?
Yeah.
I cast Wall of Force.
Okay. How... Ping it in the chat. We got 2.5 quartz. 10 feet. Duration. 11 rounds. Alright. Cool. So you could turn around and cast Wall of Force before you leave. You see a shimmer appear in front of the hole.
Bless you. Bless you. Go on.
You flee out into what is now the evening. The sun has gone down. It's dark outside. And where are you going? It's a plan.
I think we should go back to the hotel. Get a bit of a rest, perhaps.
Yeah,
I think
Agreed.
so. Agreed.
Alright, so you...
I'm gonna most certainly get a feed and some fucking bevs.
Yes. That's highly appropriate.
Yes.
Alright, so you flee across town in the night. The town is lit up by lantern light as you make your way across the docks district and back towards the north end of town and to the Sceptered House, the fancy upper class tavern that you guys have been frequenting since you arrived here in town. You move inside. You can long rest for the evening.
Is Etham around as well?
He is not. No.
Sick. All right, I'm definitely resting.
Does long rest cure the?
No. You long rests removes 1 point of ability damage.
It's alright. I can assist you in the morning. I'll make sure I have a couple of these extracts prepared.
Thank you very much.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
morning I'll also assist Balthus here.
Yes, my plan is we'll go to sleep. I'll then give him a restoration letter.
Oh,
Or did you?
we
Are you
both
doing
did.
it as well?
Only one each. Alright, I'll do another one.
Oh wait, hold on, no, because I was gonna do what is it? Alchemical allocation, or is it ability barrier? I forget which one it is.
If you think it's
Yes,
the thing that gives you double use, it's for potions only, not extracts.
Ah, that's right. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I can give him one of mine. Where is it? All right. So I didn't do the long rest. Cast. Bang. 2. Did you get 2 back from me?
Awesome.
What do you want now?
Well, that's -3. Sorry, that's 3 in total. So I'm on -6 damage. So
Did you get one from resting as well?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
then
that
I
one
will
actually.
cast another one.
A 2.
I'm on 4 damage.
You good?
Where's was yours another 2? I'm still on -2, but I mean, don't.
All right then. Once more. Once more for the hard of hearing. There you go. 3.
Perfect. Legend. Thank you, boys. My AC is better.
Alright, what's the plan? So you know you guys need to move on to the city of Katheer and find passage there somehow.
I don't want to know what's down that hole, but at the same time I don't really care.
Yes. What is our plan going forwards?
Yeah. I mean, we can investigate that hole. It's not a terrible idea.
But is it necessary at the moment?
Yeah.
But that's. I guess that's what we've got to figure out. Is it worth
Not
going
at
down
all.
that hole and exploring more, or if we already know the location that we wish to go, should we go there?
Just as there is information down the hole. Perhaps maybe one of these creatures has extra information.
Perhaps. I mean, I'm always up for a bit of investigating, you know. And I think we're more than capable when taking on those creatures, so long as Balthus doesn't get hit by another ability that makes his arms and legs go all silly.
That would not be ideal.
I'll make sure
Seems
I prepare
like
many restoration.
Them biting us is what caused that. So,
Yes.
like, you know, I think like going in there would be cause to be, you know, concerned about being afflicted by that again.
Perfect. We can leave to the destinations, and perhaps that's the best course of action.
I'm all for that. I did not like that at all.
No, wasn't the
Not
best.
a pleasant experience. Okay, well then I guess we know where we're going, so we should try to seek passage.
Yes. Well, I have. He holds up the bag, well, the couple of bags he got from the manors. I have plenty platinum for us to pay for a voyage somewhere.
You mean we? Right?
Yes, I
Who
do.
means we? Slip of the tongue.
Yes, I can pay for all of your passages. It's perfectly fine. The generosity of my heart.
Right.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yes.
And so you're going to be paying for all of us out of your share, right? And then we get all of our share as well.
I think that's
It's very
what-
nice.
That's how I.
It's very
understood
nice
that
of
as
you,
well.
Gideon.
I don't understand.
Gideon, but you're the academic. You surely.
I do, and that's why I'm
Your
confused.
Words.
Very
That
confused.
you would pay for our share.
Yes, no, I'm paying for your journey ride. I have the
Yes,
coin.
it's
to
very
pay
nice.
Yes, that's very
And
nice.
we get our share of the platinum as well. It's
Yeah.
really nice of you,
It's very
Gideon, to pay
nice.
for it.
Yes, I will pay for your ride. I'm very confused.
Yes, and we're about to
It's-
divide up the platinum right now as well.
So that's fine.
So-
I have all the platinum in the bag of holding now. I can most certainly divide it between us.
Did you want that platinum inside the bag?
Well, it's been inside the bag the whole time.
Yeah, it's. I don't believe I gave it to you, but if it's I don't
we,
believe I did. I don't. I think I ever did give it to you.
You dumped the whole thing into the bag of holding.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well,
Two sets of currency obtained, correct?
yeah. So it should have been 240 platinum pieces, I believe. That have gone into that.
Plus.
500. In the attic.
Yep.
Mm. So we've got a fair chunk. We could probably buy our own ship, but no crew. You want to just go hang out in these shackles? No, we should probably move on. Try and find ourselves safe
think
passage.
We should perhaps try the bank and see if we can sell the deed to the property.
That's a good idea.
I feel like it might be
Is
better
a
off.
good idea.
We might actually be better off selling it or giving it to someone in another town. Otherwise, people might already know that this establishment is owned by somebody else.
Why would they know that? We have the deed.
True, but
Yeah.
it's true. I think it might be better if we do it in a different town or a different city.
But then they won't.
What
know
would someone in
what
a
we're talking
different
about.
city want with a deed for a
Well, they
house?
might be
in-
suspicious, and then crimes and all that.
Well,
Trust
I mean,
me.
but they've got a deed to a house in a different city. That's useless to them.
Yeah.
Yes, but being taken away or hunted down by the authorities in this town for having a deed that we did not acquire.
Sure,
possibly
there's some
illegally.
black market. Right.
No, you're right.
District.
It might there's most likely a black that we could sell it to some sort of guild to acquire the knowledge to be able to contact these kinds of people, and I
All right.
feel like
well,
we don't
keep
have
it,
time,
but that means we just got like an asset sitting there
which is fine.
that we could
Like
just sell to someone. Like, surely you just go to someone in the streets. Like, want to buy the deed to this crazy, like asylum thing? Like, it's only
you don't have to
100
describe
platinum.
it like that. You just call it what it is. What's the title on the deed, Josh?
It says the Cassomir Infirmary.
Yeah, the Cassomir Infirmary.
Bit of a fixer-upper, but like,
Yeah.
you know, don't mind the young, was it Nubshala or whatever it's called?
Sure.
Old one.
Probably they
What
don't
was
mind a
that thing
cave
up-
full of
Yep, niggers.
creatures.
Yep, nigger. That one.
Right.
Don't mind that in the attic. Like, you know, people will snap it up. Let's have an auction. Why not?
Yes, but not.
I'm sure
not
there's lots
yeah.
of rich folk in this little here a
I'd
little
like- I'd love to see
establishment.
an auction.
I think the next
Well,
town or
Balthus, I think
city
you'd be the
first.
perfect thing to hold the auction.
Oh, that's even more exciting, actually.
Well, you've been doing all the stand-up and the jokes and whatnot, so, like, it's only the next logical, progression.
Yeah.
Maybe that's true.
Like an appraise check on the property from memory and kind of like, assume what kind of price I think it would be worth.
A gold.
Josh, just real quick, gonna look up Cassomir property prices.
All the praise check.
Advantage.
Yeah, you have.
Yati, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll do advantage. Oh, she gave us Gideon.
Oh, Gideon.
Gideon.
Well, I can do an appraise.
All right, you do it. I'll solo appraise as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Yati.
I will. Thank you.
Well, that's yikes.
You know what? I'm gonna take 20. I'm gonna praise it, and I'm gonna take 20.
You can't take 20 on. You can't take 10 or 20 on knowledge checks, unless you
It's
have.
an appraise.
No, like. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I can look at. I can look at
you
an
can't
item.
you can't take 10 or 20 on checks where there's a penalty for failure. So.
Ah, gotcha. Right. Normal. And my second roll done. So 15,
what
17.
Are you doing, boys?
Look,
I will praise
4 and 8,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the 6.
You have no idea. You're out of your depth.
I honestly, look, I've never owned property as far as I can tell. Acquiring property for other uses, yes, I have done, but I've never been too good with the market myself.
Can I
But
do
people
an
have an
appraise check,
aspirate.
Josh?
Sorry.
Can I do an appraise check?
You can do a price check. Yes.
I might as well do one as well.
We could argue amongst ourselves about how much we think it's worth.
17.
It's what I got. Go on, Bathurst.
I was really hoping I'd get something higher so that the, ranger from the jungle could do an appraisal on the house that the,
Oh my
city
god.
folk-
No, you don't have any idea either. Thank
But
you.
We have no idea how much this is worth.
Thank you, Aturius and Yanti1 for the resubscriptions. Appreciate it. Love you guys. So, as you guys are sitting around the breakfast table at the tavern arguing about the prospective value of this property, I assume, do you have the deed sitting on the table in between you all?
100%, and we are shouting and arguing using its name over the top of how much this is appraised. Cool. 100%, because Gideon would be raising his voice at this point. He's like, no, clearly the property's worth at least maybe 10, 20,000 gold pieces.
Thank you, Mercedes, for resubscribing as well. Thank you, guys. Love you all. Thank you for the support. So, as you guys are, talking back and forth about the value of this property, and you hear a light set of footsteps patter past the door, and this rush of bleached white hair that you can only assume at about 3 foot height, which you can only assume was Etham. And you hear like the footsteps suddenly stop when you guys say the word infirmary, and you see him like backpedal into the hallway in front of you and look over at you. And, for those of you who weren't here, we'll bring up Etham's picture.
Oh, every time I see him, I feel so sad. He's a bleached
Etham,
boy.
a bleaching old gnome. Oh lordy, thank you for the cheer, Savage32. We just hit a hype train, guys. Look at that. Oh,
Choo choo.
Choo choo! I don't have my voice mod activated at the moment, but choo fucking choo! I need to make like a cool little overlay for the hype trains in the future. Put that on my
Can
to-do
you
list for
Photoshop your
lockdown.
face straight? Can you Photoshop your face stretched over Thomas the Tank Engine?
Very polite gamer already does that, so it'd be.
No, dang it.
It's not just like his face photoshopped. It's a film clip of him just screaming as Thomas the Tank Engine goes down the track. It's quite good.
Alright, we'll see if you can find like a cheap knockoff of that show.
Thank you for the support, guys. Thank you for getting us to the hype train. Let's get some animal emotes. Alright, so Etam sort of, he's backpedaled in front of the door, and you see it sort of like warily walks into the room, and it's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhearing. Would that be the deed to Meaknmun's infirmary there in the center of the table?
Yes, how much do you think it's worth?
I see. So it would be you four that led the raid on his house last night and are wanted fugitives in the city.
No, not us.
No.
We just found it on the road.
You see him like slowly backing towards the door, taking slow steps.
You're not.
No, you know us.
Sir,
we
we're
are
just want to
gentlemen
ask a
of the
question.
league. What was the league again? Whoever. Sworn members. And the sworn members are meant to protect each other.
As
Not
he's
that
saying
we
this,
need
he's just
protection
backing
at
up
all.
faster and faster.
No.
He turns and just sprints out of the room and just, like, towards
We
the
will say
tavern
you're an
entrance.
accomplice.
Can I cast something before he gets out of the room?
Oh, what do you want to cast?
I want to cast
Oh,
Wall of Force again, and because I can do enough, like, space, I reckon I can block off every exit.
Just roll an initiative check. Just roll initiative for me to see if you can beat him running out of the room.
If worst comes to worst, I'll spit at him. I've got
If he's out of the room too quick,
Prepared?
I'll save the spell slot.
Well, do you want to try? Oh, well, actually, you'll only, if he beats you, you won't have to waste a spell slot. So just roll initiative.
Game's paused.
Oh, bad thing.
I will roll initiative as well.
I can't pause it. Oh, I'm in the chat log. That's why. Alright, there we go.
I'm clicking.
Thank you for the bits, Mercedes. Thank you for the more
clicking,
bits, Savage.
It's not work. I'll type it in manually.
Oh, sorry,
Wait.
it's because I haven't
Level 1 hype train.
It's because
no stage.
It's because you're already on the There you go. Do it now.
There you go. Oh my god, Balthus.
Nice.
What'd you roll? A nat 20. And what's his initiative?
You beat him, Balthus. You
I would have thought.
Balthus stands up, throws the chair backwards, casts Wall of Force, blocking the exit and stopping him from getting out of the dining room.
He's not ethereal, is he?
No, he's not, no. Yeah, he bangs it, he slams against the Wall of Force and just sort of like bounces back and falls on his ass like, let me out! What are you doing?
Hold up, let me help you up.
I'm trying to think of how it's. I get 110 foot squares worth of wall.
Just make it really dense. The front door, so it takes him a long time to get through it.
Well, it's 30 hardness anyway, so I don't think he's getting through it either
Yeah, well,
way.
just make sure there's 30 foot behind it.
I head over to the bar, I slap down a platinum piece onto the counter and reach behind and pick up like a hard liquor and start downing the entire bottle. As soon as I'm finished downing the bottle, let me know.
Yeah, Gideon will wander over and help him up.
I'm like, all right, well now you
There's
guys.
an explanation for all
see.
this.
You see his like his hands trembling as you help him up. He's like, please, don't hurt me.
I have no plans, and I'm like wiping down his front. So, look, we that gentleman that alerted the guard is not your friend. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Who,
technically
Mun?
he's
Of course he's not my friend.
no,
Just in the same club.
yes, no, but what I mean is it's not actually Mund. It's kind of like a piece of him, skin or something like that. It's weird. We can sit down and discuss it at some point, but he is not technically there. That is not him.
Can I do a diplomacy check with this guy?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Look, I understand you're worried about us and want to alert the guards to where we are and everything like that, but we want to leave the town anyway. If you can secure us passage to our destination, we'll be out of their hair. You know, none of it will matter, and you can just let us go. Just arrange passage for us, and we'll be gone.
And if I'm allowed to aid because of my conversation, that would be lovely.
Yeah, go for it. Yes.
20, got a natural 20 for a 26. Holy shit.
32 total. All right, it's okay. I'll go down to the docks. I'll find you passage out of here. Where do you want to go?
Where are we going again?
Katheer.
Get a Pesh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Katheer? I mean, just random name out of a hat. No, first thing we can think of.
I'll do it. I swear. I'll go straight out
You
to the
might
docks.
even get. You got any spare platinum lying around? You can take the deed if you want.
Oh, no. Please take the deed with you.
How much do you think it's worth?
I don't bloody know.
Okay.
Look, sir, you
Fair
just
enough.
need to calm down. Like, it's
You
not
want me to
that
come
big
with
a
you?
deal. Really, it's if you went in there and had a look, you'd see he's probably
Skin.
cleaned up all now. But like, there's a lot of weird shite in there. Like, some crazy thing that was trying to mind control everyone.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know about his friend upstairs. I don't want to know. I don't any of it. No.
See, you already know about his friend upstairs. So what do you mean? Like,
he's dead
you
now,
know
so
he's a creepy little fuck. So like, why are you concerned that we've got the deed? Like, I mean, anyway, sorry.
I'd
It's
also
okay.
just like to emphasize
Can you just
the
get us the
point
boat,
of,
please?
You
Yes,
know
yes,
about
please.
his friend
Gotcha.
upstairs.
He turns
I
around
killed
and
his friend upstairs.
he
so,
starts like
yeah,
running a
that's
clawed
cool.
hand down the wall of force. He's like, please let me out. I'm
No,
claustrophobic.
Malthus, can you please?
Okay, fine. I like wave my hand.
Oh my god. Do we trust him?
He stumbles
I'm
up.
like a bit
No,
drunk
you,
at this moment.
you can trust me, Heimlich. With scholars, honor among scholars and all. He starts scuttling down the hallway.
We are part of the same club, don't you worry. Because if he was to blame it on us, it means that, they would say that this club is a bad thing. No one should be part of that club.
Yes,
Therefore,
just from down the
you don't
hallway.
want to defame the league.
I don't want to go down with you.
If he betrays us,
Fantastic.
we know we're going to kill him anyway.
Yes, precisely.
Maybe he's just gonna kick back and feet up on the table, chill for a bit.
Well, there you go, lads. I've secured his passage.
Maybe you
well,
should put the
well
deed away, though.
That's a good.
You
Well, it
see,
depends how much you think it's worth.
Heimlich, as you're standing there, you finish downing the bottle, and you look over the bar and see like where Balthasar's wall of force blocked the kitchen door. You see the chef is on the ground behind it. There's like food like all over him. As he sort of like stands up, he's like, "What the fuck was that?"
I'm so sorry.
Here, let me help you up. And I as I'm like bending down to like go around and help him up, I absorb his toxicity. And now the chef is drunk.
Roll a sleight of hand check for it.
Fucking hell. I knew this was coming too. I fucking knew it.
Well, I thought it was
Just
gonna be
was
the
wondering
best
who
course
was
of
gonna be a
action.
target. I thought I was gonna get it.
Whoa.
Pretty good. Yeah, he doesn't notice that you cast the spell on him. He stands up and he's like, oh, I think that was, I think we might have too big a breakfast beer this morning, huh? Oh. Sorry, I dropped the food. I'm gonna go back. I'll make you food. Sit down, take it. Breakfast is on the house. I'm sorry.
How did it get up there?
Wonderful.
Right.
He turns around and like stumbles back into the kitchen.
This is an obscure establishment, to say the least.
Oh dear.
Do you guys just sit there and wait for him to
Yeah, if it's just
have breakfast? Alright.
Yeah,
you
as far as
sit
I'm
there.
concerned, I just got.
I throw numbers out there every now and again to everyone to see how much they think it's worth, whether I'm in the right ballpark.
Eventually,
20,000.
I'm just gonna say no to everything.
40?
about
458.
20 minutes later, you
To
hear
go.
the chef comes back out with breakfast and serves it up. His presentation seems to be a little lacking this morning, and he's sort of like swaying as he brings it over to the table. He's like accidentally steps into you a little bit. He's like, oh, sorry about that. There you go.
Right. Sure,
And,
it's gonna be delicious.
You're
Thank
midway
you.
through. I would say breakfast is concluding as he's clearing off the plates when Etham returns. You see he's out of breath. He comes in the door. He's like, okay. He runs over to the table. He's like leaning against it, just breathing heavy. He's like,
You didn't have to run.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yep.
You okay? You want some of the left? Oh, it's gone. Sorry.
There's
it took the
juice.
plate.
There's juice here. He pours himself an orange juice and down. All right, I've
Right.
charted
You
you.
honestly didn't have to run.
chartered you a course to Katheer, hitching on board a fishing vessel. Hope you don't mind smell of
I love
fish.
fishing.
Oh,
It's
fantastic!
beautiful.
You'll love it then. Maybe you can even help him out. Wonderful young Varisian lad. You know, twinkle in his eye and all. Loves his job and whatnot. Should be a fantastic ride.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. When's he going?
And attractive, I don't mind saying. Shirt off, tanned,
Oh.
ripped. You know, I don't.
Right.
My kind of type.
And if you can find
Maybe
him.
my kind of type. Back off.
You back off. You haven't even met him
Back
yet.
off.
No idea. It's hard picking some downs. Anyway, thank you so much.
Sorry. Yes. Well.
Yes.
Here for your troubles, and Aif will hand him a silver piece.
Ah,
I'll give him a
fantastic.
platinum piece.
The charter
I'll give him a
cost.
platinum piece.
The charter costs 10 platinum, but okay, that'll in the red there a bit.
No. We'll pay for that. You don't have to pay for it unless you've already forwarded the cost.
I forwarded the cost, yes. Such was my terror.
You didn't. I told you we're not your enemy. I don't know why you ran.
Oh, of course,
and
we're
exhausted
friends.
yourself.
We're in the club.
We're absolutely in a club. Heimlich, please give him 10 platinum pieces from the bag that we have,
No,
which is
Gideon,
100%
you said
our
you were
gold.
going to pay for all of us.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, well,
just
I don't
giving him
actually
the
hold
platinum.
any currency on
Just
me because
reduce
it's all
10
in the
from
bag.
the total of Gideons when we divide it up.
Yeah,
Right,
okay, that's fine.
No worries.
Sure.
I'm still giving
Yeah.
him my platinum piece though.
Yes, Fen,
I
can we
fully
Give him
expect
nine.
Gideon to pay my
Thank you, very kind.
2.5.
When can we expect our membership cards?
Well,
Did you forward them to our new
Do you
address?
mail them?
Just
Yeah.
forward them to our new address.
no cards per se. There is a seal, a pressed seal. It's quite nice actually. But your membership is still pending approval by the other members.
Pending, is it? And I put my hand on his shoulder.
roll the intimidation check.
Oh, it's not good.
I feel like
I
we've
have
cheated
no
here.
modifier. It's just whatever the dice is. Ooh.
Not bad. You see, he gulps deeply. He's like, well, I'm sure I can exert some form of influence to, let them know you're stand-up chaps, scholars and all, and
Yes.
Oh, don't mention me. I don't want nothing to do
No,
with it.
don't mention them
It's
either.
just-
I don't want them anything to do with the club. Don't let their behavior reflect on, the influence of me and Heimlich.
Hey,
yes, of course, yes,
it's
scholars,
rude.
scholars and their squires and whatnot, but stand-up chaps,
Yes.
all of them, and
Assistants
definitely,
and all that.
definitely deserve a place in the esoteric nights of evolvement.
Yeah. Well, you know where our address is now.
Yes,
So
Katheer,
you can
yes.
forward it on.
Mhm, Yep.
No, I meant the property that we. Doesn't matter.
Yes, the
thank you so
infirmary.
much.
Yes,
Yes,
fantastic. Yeah.
just forward it to that address and it'll be fine.
no,
the seal.
no problem. No problem.
Brilliant. And Gideon will stand up. Well, I thought it was wonderful meeting you. He does the thing that you're not meant to do and goes down on one knee to put out his hand. Just shake his hand. Thank you so much.
The one thing you're not supposed to do when you shake people's hands is to go down on one.
Yeah, well, he's a gnome.
That
He's
one
half
is
my
in
height.
The fact that he's short, you don't,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
right.
don't bend down the short people to their level, like So it's like-
Yeah.
it's like-
All right.
yeah.
So I go down on one knee and I go, "It's beautiful to meet you."
Oh,
It's
dear.
only been a pleasure.
He holds out. He gives you like a very light handshake that feels like holding onto a wet fish, kind of clammy wet fish. It's like, it's like yes.
You should see about that drinking problem of yours. And he will stand up.
It's like, yes. Yes. Perhaps I'll lay off for a while.
No,
And the chef as well.
Yeah. And find something in life that you enjoy doing. I feel sorry for you, lad.
I enjoy making ships.
Clearly not enough. And he's staring at his bleached hair. Like, find what you're meant to do. Find your rhythm. Go explore. Go out. It's hard to see you this way. Sir.
Roll there.
I know you've only known me for a day or two, but knowing what can happen to your kind if you're not striving to be better, not striving for exploration to broaden your horizons, I can see the effect has taken you, and I feel sorry for you, and I want you to succeed. I want you to go out there and improve yourself.
Roll a diplomacy check.
I'm glad I put points in it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Diplomacy, there we are. Normal roll.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
He sort of looks, his eyes sort of like, you see they go out of focus. It looks as though he's staring through. He's like, yes, perhaps I have festered here far too long. Give me a lot to think about, Gideon.
As one scholar to another. Gives him a nod, stands up.
He sort of,
Right.
you see he goes to pick up his pile of schematics and blueprints that he dropped like during the tussle with Balsus's Wall of Force. And you see like he looks twice at it and then leaves it on the floor and walks out of the room, gives you a nod on the way out.
That makes me really happy. Like me
We want to
personally.
invite him with us.
No. We're not having him along. He's an alcoholic.
He pops his head back in the room. He's like, "Oh, you're looking for Brelic, by the way, Varisian fisherman down on the docks."
Nope.
Okay.
Varisian?
Look, yes, Varisian, yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Well, gentlemen, should we?
We should.
Definitely, 100%.
Shall we?
Let's go.
All right, you guys head down to the docks district of Cassomir, and we'll take a
Looking Varisian man.
short break. You guys want a
Yeah.
toilet break?
Fantastic. Yeah.
Little.
I need to go pee.
All right, sweet.
Oh, make a coffee. Beautiful.
Stick around, valued viewers. We'll be back in 5 minutes for more
Done.
Cinco
Strange
minutos.
Strange Aeons. I'm gonna
Strange.
strange ale. There we go. We're back, guys. We're back. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for sticking around. Welcome to the second half of tonight's session of Strange Aeons. And things are getting spicy. The party has secured passage to the city of Katheer, all the way down in the nation of Kadira via ship. So, just for, let's go to a new map, guys. Let's go to
Woohoo!
the inner
like
sea
this idea.
map here.
Well, I'm gonna get rid of
So,
my
focus your attention. Does this work? Did that move your perspectives in? I press that?
No.
No.
Ah, okay.
No,
Well,
that's
you should
fine.
see the marker. Thrushmore is there, the north end of Lake Encarthen. You guys sailed along the coast of Razmiran, and then down the western Stellan Passage, turning south just outside of Kiona, and all the way down through the Venduran Forest, and then you emerge down here at the city, Taldan city of Cassomir. You're now planning to set sail south, out into the inner sea, and then all the way over here to Kadira, to the city of Katheer. It's almost the same length of time that it took you to get from Thrushmore to Cassomir. But fear not, we'll see how it pans out. So, you guys head down to the docks district. It takes a few minutes, but you move down and you see at the end of the one of the docks, you spot what is most definitely a Varisian fishing boat, and make your way towards it.
Gideon starts making himself look very attractive.
As you approach, you see it. There's indeed a Varisian ship. There is Varisian men and women, sort of dressed in the very gypsy-like garb of the native Varisian people. And as the four of you approach, you see it looks like they're preparing to leave, to shove off. You see, indeed, there is what appears to be some man of authority standing over them, yelling orders, hanging from the rigging. Sort of his muscular, tan, shirtless body, glistening in the morning light as he hangs from the rigging. He's wearing a sort of bandana that covers his entire head and then hangs down long down the back. A scimitar strapped to the waist of a very puffy set of crimson pants, and he's covered in Varisian tattoos from neck all the way down to waistline. And he sees the four of you approaching. He's like, "Oh, well, you must be the four of you that little gnome booked passage on board, am I right?"
We are.
Yes, that's
Gideon
correct.
will hold out his hand.
He jumps down off the rigging and walks
In
across the
Varisian,
board.
say, "Greeting, stranger." Gideon will, greet him in Varisian tongue. "Greeting, stranger, from a stranger."
He replies back in Varisian. Speak the language. I'm impressed. Not bad for a Chell accent.
Thank you.
Well, if it's Katheer, the four of you are heading to, it's going to be a few months. There's going to be a few stops along the way, but you are welcome aboard. Your passage has been paid.
That's
Good to hear.
yes. Thank you for having us. The trip might be long, but we'll shorten the road. Don't you worry.
You'll be fishing along the way, will you?
That's right. We are a fishing trawler, as you can see. We'll be...
Great. I'd like
I'm a
to
bit of a
watch
fisherman
and
myself.
pick up some tips. Yeah. My brother and I, we do some, as he said, some fishing ourselves. So, if you don't mind, we could do some as well. Add to your haul.
Of course, no problem at all. We're gonna be quite happy for the extra hands. Well, here's the plan. He sort of like gestures you guys to follow him into the cabin. He's got a map on the on a large beechwood desk inside. We're gonna be heading south, east along the Talden coastline, fishing along the entire way. Every time we have a full haul, we stop in the nearest Talden village, get paid, move on. Eventually, we make our way to Katheer, and then a little bit of shore leave at Katheer. How does that sound?
Fantastic. Sounds good. More than satisfied.
Well,
How's the ship look?
it looks nice. Yeah, it looks like it's seen quite a few days in its lifespan. It's weather beaten, but it looks sturdy. Looks seaworthy.
Fantastic. Gideon will climb on board.
Well, all right.
Yep.
Let's get this show on the road. You guys depart the city of Cassomir and commence your 2.5 month voyage southeast, following the Talden coastline towards Katheer and Kadira. We're basically just going to fast travel this, guys, unless there's anything you want to do. If there's any kind of roleplay you'd like to initiate on board over the 2.5 months, speak now.
I think I want to just read through all my medical books that I acquired.
Gideon will casually flirt with the captain whenever he can. That's about it.
Eiffel will try and mess with Gideon's attempts at amorous activities, but also do some fishing on the side.
Yeah, fishing and jokes. Practicing my comedy.
Balthus, roll me a performance check.
Perform brackets comedy. I love it.
It's quite good, actually. Balthus' comedy stylings seems to be developing that niche of his own. His jokes seem to be hitting home. He particularly leans into the the sort of racial tensions between the Varisians, the Cheliaxians, and the Shuanti of the Varisian area. Wonder where he learnt that.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, yeah, it's quite an amicable voyage for all involved. Around 2.5 months later, you make your way down the Pashman River as you arrive on the coast of Katheer. The walls of the river grow high the further you get inland. Eventually, the fishing boat is making its way down just a canyon, with towering rock walls on either side. The air here has grown hot and humid. And the canyon sort of stops any breeze from washing over the boat, so it just becomes the days become aboard sailing down the canyon become long and sweltering. You guys continue to fish as you make your way down the canyon, and then a few days later, you round the bend in the morning, and up ahead of you, just a grand sight awaits you as the city of Katheer comes into view. Gotta put my picture, there it is.
Oh my. Oh my.
So glorious Katheer, the crown jewel of the nature of the nation of Kadira. Known as one of the greatest cities in the continent of Aveston and maybe even the entire of Golarion. A sprawling mass of glittering buildings side by side with ancient creations that struggle to remain standing. By comparison, the city of Cassomir that you left is just a village. Thousands of vessels ply the river, darting in and out of Katheer's port. The port itself, this large, what appears to be sort of man-carved, semicircular harbor in the canyon wall. It must have taken years or decades to form. We see the vessels darting in and out, countless laborers, sailors, and merchants infesting the port, and in places the river so thick with boats that it almost seems impossible to cross it without bumping into one of them. The Varisian fishing vessel navigates its way through the harbor. As you do, there appears to be what appears to be Kadiran harbor security sort of barges cruising around. One of them comes close, and you see a Kadiran man, sort of white head garb, standing at the bow, sort of yells out over to the captain and yells instructions of sort of what dock to go and make land at, and make sure that any foreigners on board check in with the tourist center when you've arrived.
Okay.
It takes a few minutes as the vessel sort of makes its way through the harbor. He sort of arrives at the dock. The captain moves over to speak with the dock master that sort of moves over. And you see this sly little exchange of a little pouch of currency. The captain passes on to the dockmaster, and the dockmaster sort of points out like a much better berth further up inside the harbor, and the captain comes back aboard. The vessel begins to move again. Yeah. Larger the bribe, the faster you get ashore here.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
And as the good man said, make sure the four of you check in at the tourist center. You don't want to be running afoul of the city guard here.
No. Of
No,
course.
not at all.
Well, here we go. They eventually pull up to the dock. All the deckhands begin sort of bringing the rigging down. The boat's brought in. The fishing haul is being brought ashore. Well, I guess this is where we'll be parting ways. It's been my pleasure to have you four aboard, and if you're still needing of a way out when we leave, don't be afraid to ask. So it gives you a little wink, Gideon.
Gideon becomes quite sheepish. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for allowing us to ride with you this whole way. Be safe. Gideon will take one last look and wander off the deck.
Alright, you guys make your way
Yeah, if we could just give a wave and yeah, let's go.
up the docks and
The
into
tourist center.
the city of Katheer. New map!
Oh, I'm excited. Oh. A lot of ground.
You guys are arriving here. So, roll a knowledge geography for me. Whoever would like to.
I mean, I'm happy to if no one else is putting their left foot forwards.
Mine's average, so I'm good.
I'll
No,
think
thank
I'll-
you.
Okay, all right. Guess I can do it. I might make it. Yeah. Oh, only a 12 for a 29.
29. Alright, so just from between your general knowledge, Gideon, and Lau's notes and books that he's left behind from the trip he was planning, you know that the Mysterium, this library / archive / temple you guys are, seeking it because you know that's where Lau's was headed, because that is where supposedly the Necronomicon is contained. But you know you should be able to find a Mysterium somewhere in a university district in the northern end of the city. Somewhere around here.
Do I know what sort of university or institute or schooling institution may hold this book in particular?
The Mysterium itself is...
Yeah, like... If I was to... In my brain at the moment, I'm trying to think if I'm trying to pose as a professor with a few of my compatriots to enter it, would I have any knowledge of this place or know much of this place to know what could be a convincing
roll
lie? Or
knowledge history.
can do that. Can do. History, here we go. Oh. Ooh, a low one, 26.
26. So... You know that the Mysterium was built in the early decades of Katheer's founding by Kellish scholars. But the library is now under the control of a sect of Nethys worshippers that go by the name the Stewards of the Vault, who have sort of turned the Mysterium into more than just a library, also more of a temple to Nethys as well as a library. You know that in recent years, they've come under financial stress, and maybe a tidy sum, a donation towards them could sway academic visitors to be given access.
I'll pitch this to the group. So I inform you of everything that Josh has now informed us in, and I will propose that it might be a way for us to gain entries, become, or at least pay tribute. Maybe not actually in coin, but maybe post ourselves as a possible investor. Saying that we're proud enough to fork up a little bit of equity, and he holds up the deed, to show that we are more than happy to, invested interest. We've we can donate and get in. It might be easier that way, but if we don't want to spare the coin, then we do have the option of that. But I think maybe perhaps when we get there, it might be best to see what our options are.
I do like the idea of using collateral.
Especially collateral that we've... what's it up to now? We think 90,000 gold pieces it's worth.
Nope.
But, yes. Yes. So that's an option for us to get in. Otherwise, we literally pay to get ourselves in. Financially deficit at the moment, or at least struggling, so seeing a little bit of come their way, they might be convinced to allow us more entry. We have a little to spare.
Let us not forget that we've got to go check in with the tourist people,
Yes.
office person,
We
whatever.
do that first. I'm just trying to
Maybe
think.
they might have a log of, Laos.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes, you might
mean,
not
they
be
should,
incorrect.
unless-
And if these other people are susceptible to bribes, perhaps these people are.
Could
I mean, the fisherman was not surprised at all that he had to pay a bribe, and he
No.
seemed quite as if it was routine. So,
Did we see how much he gave him, or could we guess how much he was passing over? Or was
Yeah,
it just
sure,
a
it was-
bag of
It was
coins?
a good fist-sized bag of coins. Not sure what was in it.
Not sure if it's gold or copper or silver. So we'd have to.
I mean, even if they don't have a record of Laos entering the city, then surely that means he's on the good side of the city guard then, right? Because he
At least
got on without
Well,
track.
Laos would have the money to be able to gain access here and maybe stay hidden. Perhaps we could do the same. Go under 4 false identities, perhaps, or perhaps just not even be written down, but somehow get past. I'm not too sure. We'll have to figure that out when we get to the tourist institute. So I guess we should head there, and the answer will be found.
Right. What was old mate's the fisherman's name again?
Brelic.
Was Brelic a good fisherman?
Yes, he was a good fisherman.
And lover.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. Don't ignore me. I'm just wistfully dreaming of things that could have been.
So we can imagine that if he was
Yes,
handing
yes,
over a
we can.
fat patch of coins, that it could have contained upwards of platinum pieces in it. Or,
Let's say
all the platinum.
when we're signing in, perhaps we'll try a platinum piece each. And if that's not enough, we'll put down another platinum piece, so on and so
Did you
forth.
see the city? It seems like platinum 1 times 1 each may not be.
Could I do a knowledge local to see, how do I say this? What the average income is to tell, like, what's the best amount for a bribe?
Who are you trying to work out? Who are you trying to bribe?
I don't know. We're just working out. The tourist. I think the idea
tourists.
is, I think our idea at the moment is that we might not want to come into here with our real names, because if there is bribes happening quite frequently, perhaps Laos has someone on the guard on their side, or in fact, we could ask the guards if Count Lao has come through.
Yeah.
Why would he know that we're after him?
Don't know, but I
Exactly.
mean,
We're mad.
He could be a
insane,
suspicious man.
babbling lunatics, right?
yeah, was he a paranoid gentleman when we were working with him?
Yeah, but
Did
left
he
us in
seem-
the asylum.
Yeah. Did he
Oh,
seem like
very
he?
much so.
Okay, then yeah. Because I remember in one of the sessions previously, we were speaking about how he was incredibly paranoid and stuff like that. That jolted something in my memory. So perhaps he has someone in the guard who can notify them if someone of our description, or even someone coming here from the north. Perhaps, I don't know. I know it's quite a general, like, maybe there's a lot of people that come through, but who knows, right? So, and especially if we, now knowing that we were quite high up in his posse for doing things that are fun for him, perhaps there's a warning for when we arrive, perhaps. Not too sure.
I think you're overthinking it, because like we were left in the asylum. He has no
I'm
other idea.
paranoid. Okay. Well, either
You
way,
should just check in. I think says no problem. Is just enough.
but don't say anything about the Mysterium. Perhaps that might be.
We're here on a sightseeing expedition.
Right. Scholars on the side. Right. Certainly. Let's go. Which way is it? Over there. We'll head off in the direction.
So you're heading for
Just sign in.
the tourist center?
Yeah. A QR code.
Yeah.
Check in.
Yeah. So you head the visitor center nearby, a golden white building in ornate Kelishite style. As you enter, it's a pretty straightforward thing. You go inside. There's a queue. There's clerks and a number of city guard around. They basically just you register where you're from. It's basically just it's just first name, last name, visiting from Ustalov. Where they ask where you're staying.
We haven't quite found where we're going, but if that's something we can report back to afterwards, we were going to find a local tavern, perhaps, or a hotel that will hold us for the night.
You mentioned what district you're intending to head to?
Do I know of a district of high rapport that we could say, perhaps?
Well, the university district.
Yeah, university district we plan on heading to and possibly finding accommodation there.
Yeah, just tell them you're scholars here on business, staying at the university district. They recommend a tavern by the name of the Belligerent Scholar if you need somewhere to stay. And they record that you guys will most probably be there.
Fantastic. Yes, thank you so much for your help.
Right,
and we head over that way.
Depart the tourist center, and you head for the university district. You're going to be looking around. You're going to need diplomacy checks. But beforehand, Heimlich, you have a brainwave as you're making your way across town, and you recall something in the bag of holding, something you found back at the asylum. In one of the office, there was, if you recall, the office and conference room where you were attacked by unborn babies that were contained in formaldehyde, the pickled punks.
Yeah.
And you found a book in one of the desks that you kept, and I assume you probably still have. It was a diary by a Dr. Arosh Chua, and it was his journal and his notes on hydrocephalus that he had taken throughout his experiments and stuff. And you note that there was he had letters nearby that indicated he had a sister here in Katheer by the name of Dr. Anya Chua.
Yes. I think I recall there is a possible connection to someone at the asylum. I pull out the diary and kind of like flick through it as we're walking through. Yes, Dr. Anya. This could be a connection. At least, perhaps, maybe she doesn't know of the fate of. Wait, is the brother dead?
Yeah. Head bashed in by a pickled punk.
Head bashed in by the pickled man. Yeah. So I suggest we may want to, talk with her. At least, give her the unfortunate news.
Yeah,
I think that's the least we can do.
Something, charitable to smooth things over, ethically.
We should not mention that we were in fact inmates.
Probably for the best.
Well, I think we can say that we are scholars, and we were there to assist with the escape of the survivors.
Right.
Technically, the truth.
Yes.
100%
Not the scholar part for myself.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm your bodyguard, I guess.
And he's our traveling companion who tries to make jokes. Yes.
Yes.
Tries? I'd say...
It's tries.
Yes.
Humility is something that you could learn, perhaps.
Would I have had any understanding about where this doctor may have been residing? Like,
no.
other than just the university?
You just know it's the university district, so we'll require diplomacy checks to move around the district and gather information from the locals.
I go up to the first person I see and ask them if they know where this doctor resides or where they teach. Which, specific class.
person.
Yeah, literally first person.
Alright, diplomacy check. 10.
Ugh.
24.
Oh, Balthus is much better. Or
I talked to the second one.
I
I had
use
no idea.
Gideon's one as an assistance roll, shall I? Giving Balthus a 26.
Yes. I think
Alright, so you guys ask around the district for both information on the Dr. Anya Chawar and the location of the Mysterium. Somebody points out that Anya Chawar has an office over near the Venican College of Medicaments and Chirurgery. And you can find her there.
Ooh.
And as for
That's
as you ask around a few people about the Mysterium, you get sufficient information to get proper directions to the building. And then someone, as you duck into like a local, let's say a
dive bar.
I didn't want to go for tavern. I'm gonna say
Okay. Coffee shop.
yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep, a cafe.
It's
A nice
coffee
little-
tea.
a street cafe. You sit down for a quick coffee of a very nice.
What kind of coffee shop is this?
Well, let's find out, shall I?
Is it like the Holland kind, or is it like the boring kind? Well, the
I like to
other-
imagine it's
The
gnomish.
boring kind.
Gnomish.
the
You know,
tame
the regular
kind.
The 99% kind.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Bless you.
Okay.
Josh.
Ooh,
Oh, Josh.
ugh.
I've got some spare tech if you want some.
I am all good. I
Sorry.
could.
I'll mail it to you.
Yes, thank you. So it's a street side cafe serving up a very, very nice single origin
What kind of
bean imported from Pesh across the ocean.
Ooh.
You guys sit down. You're just taking in this very, very dark roast that you're pretty sure has been possibly magically or maybe even just physically changed during the growing thing, and this very very strange niche flavor sort of behind the bean, almost like aloe vera or something like that. Induces a feeling of euphoria as you guys are sort of taking in this coffee. And you, Balthus, as you lean over and engage the table next to you, inquiring about the Mysterium, leading with a very witty joke. One of them, they point out the location of the Mysterium, and then one of them leans in, whispers, it says in a lower volume, Balthus, as he looks around. I hear the Mysterium is currently closed. Steward's guards stationed all over the outside. Something going on. And there's a rumor that a group of thieves recently entered the place and something terrible happened within. Well, that is what I heard.
Probably stole something. I
Okay.
would assume. I mean, why else do you break in?
I don't know.
Just to vandalize.
Is there any rumors about what these gentlemen or ladies or whoever broke into look like, or?
No,
taken?
I'm afraid that's all I know. Just a rumor.
Well, that's fair. Thank you. I would highly appreciate it, in fact.
Any other rumors you heard of?
Yes. Indeed.
No.
No. Excellent.
Fair enough. Lovely.
A
coffee.
socialite then.
What would you guys
Bye.
like to do? What would you guys like to do?
I guess Gideon would like to get eyes on the building, just so we can at least know where it is, and then from there go to our establishment to sign in.
Okay.
Yep.
So you head towards the address of the building. You see it's actually nearby this Venetian College of Medicaments and Chirurgery, where the doctor you are seeking for the journal is located. So it's just up the road from it. The Mysterium itself, a stout sandstone building topped with a pyramid, and decorated with statues of angelic creatures on all 4 of its corners. As you approach, you see that the outer walls, sandstone walls, have just covered in carvings and bas reliefs of what appear to be multiple angels in various poses and various poses and different activities like fighting or relaxing, laying on a whiff of cloud or whatever. You see the very large, very secure-looking front doors with bars on the outside, and 6 guards posted in front of it. Only seem to be armed with quarterstaffs, but dressed in the sort of finery of scholars and still very formidable looking. And they... can I get perception checks from the 4 of you?
May. I've sunk some points into perception now, so no longer -1. It does not matter. I'm a 9.
I literally can't roll a 9.
Well, +5. +5 if it's first traps.
Afa, you notice that the 6 guards seem to be very edgy, and they constantly sort of glancing over their shoulder, looking back, as though they seem to be more concerned about what's going on inside the Mysterium rather than keeping people out.
So protecting it from the... protecting the public from it, almost. Okay, interesting.
You think possibly those thieves or whatever are still in there?
Or
There's only one way to find out.
Summoned something from some other plane inside there. What we think is in there is what we think is in there.
Perhaps, sir. I guess the only way to find out is to enter.
I mean, I can maybe bluff our way in there.
Perhaps.
Well,
We can offer our services at least to...
I feel like getting in there might be the idea, though.
Yeah.
After this delight, are we still at the coffee shop?
No, you're like sort of
Really
doing
don't know.
a whip around, scouting out the Mysterium.
Do we see any other entrances or anything?
No,
any
you
other...
can see it just seems to be this large set of double doors at the front, and Gideon, you know full well that it's intended to be a vault containing some of the most dangerous and disgusting texts.
I really want to get inside. Yeah.
Same.
Perfect collection of scriptures for me.
Scriptures.
It's filled with anomalies from all over Galeria. Some of the most evil, cryptic texts which would send most minds insane from one glance. Stuff like that.
Yes.
Yes. Very excited to get inside, if I'm honest. Well, alright. Maybe we should come back here at nighttime and see what the availability is to get inside. If not, we could have a chat with the guards. Valthus seems to be quite friendly with the locals here. He might be able to get us entry, or at least pointed in the right direction to talk to whoever's in charge of the investigation, and may possibly offer our help.
I'm
Might be
fairly
able to.
confident I can get us in there.
Do you think you can do that, Valthus?
Yeah.
Fairly confident I could sneak in, but
Exactly. So if this
sneaking
option
can be a
fails, then
second.
worst comes to worst. Valthus, do you have any ability to create noises from a distance, perhaps
Yes.
behind the door? Or maybe a distraction of some sort. We could, if worst comes to worst, create some noises that seem unworldly, if you could, to scare off these guards, and maybe we can just enter to say, oh, we're going to tackle this problem head on. let the guards. Just a thought. If the other two fail,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
I
You
can
never
do
know. We
that.
could be planning all this and we could just enter. But I guess we'll talk to the guards first.
Yeah, I mean, if plan A fails, we go check out the rest of them.
Right. Balthus puts out his hand. Go on. You first.
Okay. I walk up to the guys and I introduce myself and say, hey, we're here as part of the crack team. We're here to resolve the problem inside. Obviously, we don't look like anything because we're not in uniform. We're being sent in undercover. We don't want to distress the public. So if you can just let us in, we can get this sorted and be on our way.
roll a bluff check.
Do.
I thought it was gonna be.
I have 13 to bluff.
Can we take 20 on this? Just talk to battle onto them for 20 minutes.
The 6 of them shape up, raise their staffs. You see some of them begin the sort of somatic components as though holding spells at the ready. You better
Can I
start
tell-
talking and explain what you're doing here.
Look,
I just did explain.
we are here as part of the investigation.
What
I'm
investigation?
Into what happened behind the door.
Who do you work
I'm
for?
not going to.
We work for the city guard.
For the what was that?
Arthur's roll, bluff
Okay, well,
check.
we stepped in it. Yeah, I'll take a step back. We're under contract to observe what has happened inside and see if we gain any knowledge of for the investigation to proceed forwards.
They sort of relax a little bit. We did not know the city guard had been involved.
Well, I think it's more they want
They
more
want this
information
straight.
about what. Yes.
They were not even supposed to know. Perhaps you should go across the road and speak to Katheer. She's in the apartment building.
Ah, yes.
That's
No.
a good vantage point.
Yes, very good. Carry on. That one.
See, they like as the 4 of you walk away, they sort of relax a little bit and go back to looking worried about the door behind them. So you guys make your way over to the apartment building.
Fantastic. Look,
There's a. Do you go inside and ask about Katheer?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes. We'll wander into if there's like a reception or something.
there is a
like that, or-
concierge that directs you to Theo's apartment. You sort of make your way up a very nice sandstone hallway, with sort of columns carved in it along the way, and various sort of plant life being grown inside, and some works of art on the walls. Eventually, you find her. You see the apartment. There's a nameplate on the front says Katheer, spelled Thyrr.
Ooh.
You knock on the door. Eventually, you hear slow footsteps on the inside coming to the door, sort of broken up by this rhythmic tapping. Door opens and a woman stands before you, dressed in very modest Kadeeran garb. She's walking with a walking stick, which would explain the tapping. Yes?
Ooh.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're here with the city guard to help resolve the issue going on across the street.
Roll a bluff check.
I'm clearly getting more confident as this goes on.
The bigger the hole we dig, the easier it gets to lie.
Oh, she got a nat 20 on her sense motive, getting a 28.
Oh, just. Ah, if only I assisted.
You are very
A very terrible liar.
Don't know about that. I consider myself a very good liar.
Look, our interests.
Now I know
perhaps
that wasn't a lie.
My name is Professor Gideon, and I think our interests perhaps lie along the same line with what is happening inside that building. I feel like if we join our brains or investigations together, perhaps we can find the culprit of whatever happened in there, or perhaps we can find the person we are seeking.
She sort of steps aside and gestures for the four of you to enter the apartment.
Gideon gives a small bow and then walks inside.
Yep, go on ahead.
You move
Finds
inside.
the most
She closes the door behind you, and you see, it's decked out with some very nice futon lounges with these very silk pillows thrown upon them. But other than that, it's a fairly modest apartment. There's a wooden desk, it's a kitchenette, and it does have a small balcony that overlooks the Mysterium across the road. Tea?
Please.
Thank you.
So,
Now,
how do you know of what happened?
well, we are here on investigation. We are hunting down Count Lau, who... Let's just say he was a previous associate of ours that we are trying to find. He was interested in the Mysterium himself, and as soon as we found out about what had happened, we had suspected that he could have been the culprit. But obviously, we know there's a investigation underway and not quite sure what happened inside. But with the nature of what is contained inside the building, I would not be surprised if it was him. And if it was, in fact, him, we would like to get to the bottom of it.
And what is your relationship with this Count Laus?
He
Former-
basically screwed us over.
The former employees, troubled former employees. We also were, what's the best way to say it, forcibly forgotten our lives up until about, what, it was almost a year ago? No, it was about 6-7 months ago. It's the freshest memories we have. Everything before that was clouded. We've only recently got our memories back, and what he was forcing us to do, we wish to have a brief chat with him about it, to say the least.
And why did this Laus come here to the Mysterium?
He was looking for something.
Looking for what?
He believes it to be stored in there. Something along the lines of what the rest was stored in there. Nothing good.
No.
Can I do that as a diplomacy check?
I mean, you don't really need there's no reason to roll one.
Good, because that was
Let's
a dud.
And what is it? What is stored in there?
Books of nefarious means.
Yeah, what was it exactly that he was searching for inside?
The
there? Does anyone
Necronomicon.
remember? Ah,
I'm trying to
Jesus
avoid-
Christ, how did I...
I'm trying to avoid using the word directly. I'm just
Yeah, he's after the Necronomicon.
vague.
I see.
He's seeking that out.
And what will you do if you catch this Laus and if he has this Necronomicon?
Oh, bring him to the correct authorities. Stop him in his plans. That sort of thing.
Look at him.
Justice and all that.
Probably.
Yes.
No
Aeons.
justice.
Okay,
Dude's a
perhaps.
dick.
Yeah.
Needs to die.
Well, so it's
He
some
made
sort of
me
justice.
kill
Why,
people for
judo
him,
Count Lau.
so I can kill him for me.
Well, this man has clearly caused you some problems as well. I'm sure you would like to get some sort of justice on this man.
If not for us to clean up the mess that he has caused.
She sort of drinks deeply from a tea and sort of contemplates over it for a second. Sits it back on the table, the clink. Yes. Count Laus arrived at the Mysterium a few weeks ago. Bought his way in with a very generous donation. I protested, but our leader, Elder Lethine, insisted that we needed the money for our coffers, and so he was allowed inside. He spent a great many days down in the vault that we refer to as the Soul, studying the Necronomicon, translating it, taking notes. Eventually he seemed to find what he was looking for, and we amicably parted ways. Till a few days later, he teleported inside, forced his way in with a group of people. I'm not 100% sure what his intentions were, but I can only assume he was there to steal the Necronomicon. He set off our wards inside. Powerful security magic designed to summon outsiders to defend the Mysterium. Something was wrong. Instead of our axiomatic defenders arriving, eldritch creatures began pouring in. From Netus knows where. Many people died. Elder Lethine never made it out, as well as many others. Although we never saw Laus or his lackeys emerge either. Ever since, we have had the doors barred, and the terrors prowling the halls have so far been contained inside and have not emerged to terrorize the city.
Is it possible that he could have teleported his way out again?
Very possible, yes.
But it still remains there's creatures inside causing havoc on whatever structure there is in there, and artifacts that you hold within. Look, if you give us or allow us to gain entry inside, we can find out the facts that are amiss at the moment. Get behind where he may have gone, what he might have done with the information, that sort of thing. There's no skin off your teeth. You don't lose anyone you know. We are just, as far as you know, four strangers who happen to have a common cause with you.
I feel your intentions are genuine. And you seem... She sort of glances, raises an eyebrow and sort of looks Aoife up and down. Formidable.
Yes,
perhaps we can strike a bargain.
What are you thinking?
You promise me a few things. A, if you find the Necronomicon, you will turn it over to us.
Right.
B,
Of course.
if you find Elder Lethine, alive or dead, you are to bring him back to us. And C,
Right.
if you find any other of our acolytes dead, that you give them proper funeral rites when you find them.
Is there a particular entity that they would funeral rites sort of thing, or just set them on fire and let them burn, or anything in particular with the corpses?
I will provide you with funerary cloths to wrap them in, and there is a certain prayer in the name of Nethys I will teach you.
And what does this person look like as well? Just so that we can, make sure. I mean, if he's dead, we're not going to be able to.
Yeah, she gives you a description of Elder Lethine.
Thank you.
If you can promise me these three things, I will allow you entry inside, and I believe if you can reset our security wards, it may solve the problem. If we can bring forth our proper protectors to combat the terrors, we could possibly retake the Mysterium. If you manage this, afterwards, I will give you free reign of the Mysterium for a week, as well as a tidy
Yes,
monetary reward.
Both sound fantastic. Would we agree to all 3 terms? Yes.
Ava will spit in her hand and hold it out as if for a handshake.
Gideon will quickly put it down. Word by mouth.
How many of these boards are there inside?
How many what? Wards?
How many wards?
She gives you, there is, in the depths of the Mysterium, you will find an angel statue with hollow eye sockets. If you insert your fingers into the sockets, it will reset our wards, and our outsiders should be able to come forth.
Was this like an Ocean's 11 kind of like flashback, and we have like the schematics kind of going through?
Yeah. Also, above the ground floor, there is a secret passage to a spherical room inside the pyramid. It is usually used as a sensory deprivation room for our acolytes to meditate inside. It could possibly provide you with shelter whilst inside, if you need it. In addition to this, on each floor there are angel statues with heads that can be turned. You turn the heads to face the walls they are next to. It will open the way to the next floor.
Quite nifty.
Very useful.
Be careful, if you do find the soul, it is an extra dimensional space where we kept the Necronomicon. If whatever taint Laos caused allowed these terrors to pour forth, who knows what may have emerged from the soul.
Won't be the first terrors, won't be the last.
Yeah.
Any hints at what we might in particular find in there, so we can better prepare ourselves?
I am sorry. No one who was inside at the time survived.
Right. Alright then.
There is a mirror on the ground floor. The right-hand passage when you enter. This was usually the entry point for our outsiders to arrive, but I believe it is where the terrors emerged from instead.
Do I know of any creatures that could have come up from a mirror, or come out from a mirror, perhaps?
Yes.
I mean, you recall Tilsatari, the outsider that you encountered back
That's
in Thrushmore, but
Yeah. Okay. Outsiders. Okay, can I do some sort of check to see if there's anything in particular we should be aiming to grab before we enter to assist us against outsiders?
well, it's not. The problem is that the outsiders didn't come. Instead,
Yeah,
there's something
that's
else.
true. Okay. All right. Right. All right. We will head out promptly then.
I think we need to prepare. Perhaps we should still talk
Yes.
to Dr. Anya.
Yes.
Also, I wouldn't mind going to buy some supplies,
Yes.
possibly, if we're going to be doing some what seems like extra dimensional being hunting.
Yes. It might be worth
Yeah.
finding something.
breakfast.
Getting something to assist us. Perhaps stocking up. At least, maybe we should get hold of a wand of some sort of healing while we're here. That'd be worth it.
Possibly.
You know, I only have 5 on me at any one time. It'd be worth having a few more just to be able to go whoop tap, you know, whoop tap, healing,
What was that again? Sorry.
whoop tap, you know. It's a magical term.
Tap.
Magical term. Yeah, yeah. Whoop tap.
Love it.
Yep. Yep. Stop it. Whoop tap. All of us can cast Cure Light Wounds at this point, right?
Verbal followed by somatic. Whoop tap.
Yep. Tap. that's Cure Light Wounds. Alright.
All right then.
Yeah.
I will signal
Oh, I
the
didn't know you were
guards
still in the
across the
room.
road, and Yeah, she's just like sitting there sipping her tea, watching this conversation go down. Just like, as though she just wants it to end. She stands up out of her seat. It's like, very well, I will signal the guards across the road and let them know that you are to pass. But be warned, once you are inside, the doors will not be unbarred unless the wards are reset.
Standard gambit.
Iron. Yes. All right. Let's we'll sally forth, get ready, and head inside. We'll be in there before nightfall.
Okay. Good luck and take care of yourselves.
Thank you very much.
You too.
She provides you with a stack of the funerary cloths for the acolytes before you leave.
What's the prayer?
And passes the prayer on to you.
Please recite.
No. As you emerge from the apartment building, as you step out, despite it being the middle of the day, you find yourselves out in the street and surrounded by a deep fog. The sky is overcast and dark grey. The Mysterium towers up in front of you. And there's a strange, distorting perspective about it. As though it's lurching over you and stretching out. As though alive for some reason.
Ooh.
You start to hear that same noise inside of your minds, the four of you, at the same time. Once again, this strange sequence of static and clicks. An image flashes into your mind. A vision of thousands of yellow slugs oozing out of a crack in a basalt wall. Sort of orange sky and this strange city that you've been seeing throughout these visions stretched out before you. And you hear that strange voice cut through it all that's been passing these messages onto you in your minds in past weeks. The touch of ruin of death is upon this place. More than the blot. More than the black stars. Many gather in this chaos. There are deep roots here than that which not be has been birthed within. This place is poisoned. Hurry, you must staunch the wound. There's a flash of imagery again. All of a sudden you snap back to daylight outside of the Mysterium.
You must do what to the wound?
Staunch the wound. And we'll pick this up next week. The touch of ruin, of death, is upon this place. More than the blot. More than the black stars. Many gather in this chaos. There are deep roots here. And that which should not be has been birthed within. This place is poisoned. Hurry, you must staunch the wound.
Oh boy, that sounds terrible.
That sounds
I love
ominously fun. I'm excited.
What ideas?
And we'll pick it up next week on the next episode of Strange Aeons. So if you guys do want to go shopping before you go in, you're in the city of Katheer with some of the most grand emporiums in all of Galarion, and pretty much anything is for sale here.
Awesome. Should we send you a list during the week rather than doing it on...
Yeah, or we could do it before the session next week, whatever. We look it up, research it until then.
Yeah, I think all Gideon would be after is a wand of Cure Light Wounds. I think maybe a couple of... We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is. Alright, well, we are here. It's 10:15. It's time to do a cheeky little raid. Finish off the night. Cheeky little raid. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for all the resubs tonight. From everyone that resubbed, there was quite a few. And what do we got? Back to the news headlines. You can catch me on Dreaded GM's channel this weekend for his Starlight Children's Foundation charity stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll be on Friday morning from 4 a.m. until 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And then again, Saturday night at midnight going until Sunday 8 a.m. A huge 8-hour Wild Amount one-shot. So it's going to be
You're not going to get much sleep.
Oh, no. No, I'm not. No, I am not.
What do you need sleep for? He's in lockdown.
Yeah, exactly.